Get ready to roll. Alright, first thing is, what we're going to do, we're going to set up the topology. Alright, set up the topology. We're going to use 328.11 routers. 1, 2, 328.11 routers. Then we're going to use 3 switches. 2950. 1, 2, 3 switches. Everybody got that so far? Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rename these guys. So this is going to be router A. It's going to be switch A. It's going to be router B. It's going to be switch B. It's going to be router C. It's going to be switch C. Okay. Now, next thing is we're going to start looking at how we add ports to these guys. Okay, so how do we add ports? We want to click on router A. Okay, guys. When we click on router A, we want to select physical. So, we're going to drag all the way down. We're going to look for WIC 1T. Click on that. First, we also got to turn the router off. We're going to turn the router off. You guys got it? So once I turn the router off, do you guys know which port is S00, S01? How's it go? Which one is S00? Is that S00? Is that S00? You think or you know for sure? Alright. You could actually zoom in and zoom out. That's zoom out. That's zoom in. If you do this, you could actually get a better chance to look at the ports that are behind it. Is everybody with me so far? Everybody with me? So, what we want to do, we want to drag 2 of these guys. So we're going to put 1, 2. Okay? So those are my 2 ports. I turn the router back on. Close that out. Then I go to the next router. I do the same thing. Okay? WIC 1T. Turn the router off. Drag it 1, 2. Are we good so far? Are we good so far, guys? Alright. So now we have that done. We turn the router back on. Close that out. Go to the third router. Router C. Okay? So now we're at router C. So what do we do now? Alright? We look for WIC 1T. Again. Turn the router off. Drag 1. Drag 2. Turn the router back on. Close it out. So we are actually finished right here, right now. We're done adding the ports. Alright? So our next job, to remove them, you go right back and do it the same way. Okay. So our next job now is to wire the routers and the switches. Everybody with me so far? We want to cable it. So to cable it, we want to look at, like we said, router A, it has what? The 2 DCEs. Router B has 1 DCE. Alright, guys? So we're going to click on the cabling. We're going to scroll over. And we're going to look for the one with a clock. Alright? It says serial DCE. That's the one we look for. We click on it. We click on router A. We go to S00. We drag it to router B. We click on S00. You guys got it? Do the same thing again. Click on it again. Click on router A. S01. Click on router C. S00. Done. Click on it again. You always start from where the DCE is. Click on router B. S01. Scroll it over to router C. S01. Done. So now we go and wire the switches now. So the switch is going to use what? Copper straight through. So you click on copper straight through. Click on the switch. we select port 24, click on the router, we select F00. Do it again. Switch, port 24, router C, F00. Again, router A, switch, port 24, router C, F00. Now, if we want to add some hosts, let's say we want to add some hosts. We can add some hosts to port 1, port 4, and port 7. Everybody with me so far? 1, 4, and 7. So we need 3 hosts. We drag 1, 2, 3. Do the next way. 3 hosts. 1, 2, 3. Everybody got that? So these are my 3 hosts. You can rename this later on. Alright? Then we go to the top. We can do 1. A little tiny here. 2, 3. Now we can wire this. We can now wire this to suit our specifications. Now, like I said, we're doing what? Port 1, port what? 4, and port what? 7. Is everybody with me so far? So let's wire this and then we get it over with. So I go to the first switch. What kind of cable am I going to use, guys? Copper straight. Is everybody with me? So I click on that. Fast Ethernet. I'll go to port 1. Next one. I'll go to port 4. The next one, I'll go to port 7. Done. I go to the next one again. I'll go to port 1, port 4, port 7. Next one, port 1, port 4, port 7. And that's your topology right there. So that ends your design of your router and your switching topology that we're going to use for the lab today. So everybody got it? Does everybody have this?